worse on the fold-out panoramic that we're going to create. And this is what it's going to look like. It is not yet all in place and made, but we're going to do that. But I wanted to show you what it's going to look like. So first of all, I need to point out that I'm using these half pages on the sides. Remember, it's going to fold out like this, and so we have these half pages on the outside. In order, and also notice that some of these photos are going to go across those borders. So in order to help me put this together in a way that it's easy to cut, I'm actually going to tape the back side of the whole thing. So I'm just going to flip it like this. I'll make sure I don't accidentally put it together wrong and line it up. We will cut it apart later. Now I do want to share that what you saw on the front side was a map. I bought a Rand McNally map of the United States and have attached it to the front side of this black cardstock. The way I did that to make sure I got the place I wanted to, the right part of the map, is I put these black pieces on top of the map, made sure that they were lining up, and then I taped them to the map, and then cut it out and then flipped the map over so it wasn't exactly the right spot. So I've already done that part of the work. Now see, I've attached these all together, and I'm gonna just flip it back and put it like that. Now see how it's starting to fold? So when it's cut, it will do that fold correctly. I also used a red marker, and this is where I used to live in Marion, Indiana. New hometown in Ada, Oklahoma. So I'm going to go ahead and put these photos back in place now, and I'm starting with the photos of the moving van at my home in Indiana. And let's see, let's get these. What's the best way to do this? So truck showed up. Here's part of the packing. This is the last picture I took before I drove off. This little walking stick you will have seen in the first set of the pages. This is what my assistant's husband made for me, and I used it just basically as a emotional guide on the trip. This is a picture from the trip at a place just outside of it's in Missouri. I'm not entirely sure if it's which side of Springfield it's on, but it's in a little town called Uranus, and so it's the Uranus Fudge Factory, and I thought I'd stop there on the trip. And then these are pictures at my new work. Again, you see I have the staff and the truck at our new home. So I did not drive this truck. I drove my car full of stuff, and we had the truck packed at our other house, and then it was delivered to us. So there we go. I feel happy about this layout. So I'm going to tape these all down with adhesive. Make sure I have my cut piece of old photograph to help press these down. Do it in the right spot. There we go. Now I'm not doing any border on this set, partially because these half pages, if you do a border, it takes up too much space. I'm actually going to get a little more tape on here just because it's going to go across and get cut. And I wanted to show as much map as possible. And I think it being on the inside of the door frame, I think it's going to be okay. So notice this has now gone across the cut line between the two pages. So I'll show you how I'm going to deal with that here in a second. Let's get these in place. There we go. Now I did not make this drive all in one day. I stopped here near St. Louis, where my parents used to live before they moved in with me, and stayed the night there and then made the rest of the trip the next day. I was preparing potentially to take 3 days to get there, but I was able to do it in 2. Again, you'll see that these 2 pictures now are across the cut line. And now that these are all in place, I'm going to take my cutter and slide this through. And I'm going to look for that border line, get it right in place. There we go. Now I'm just going to cut all the way through, and that piece will come out. I'm going to leave this over here and do it one more time. Find the cut line. There we go. Make sure it's lined up nicely. There we go. Okay, now I think these pictures here I'm going to have to reset because I've got to put more tape on them. Let's see. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. These ones here, let's see. Just going to get a little bit of tape under there. Yep, those are sticking pretty good. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to do one more thing. I've got these little red brads, and I'm going to use my big bite punch, and I'm going to punch some holes right in the starting spots. Just make sure I've got the right size hole. Okay, there we go. There's one hole, and the other hole. I hang this on my pegboard. Sometimes these are a little hard to get apart. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. It gives a little dimension to the beginning and the end. Alright, there we go. So now, let me show you what the whole layout is going to look like. It'll be like that. These will be the door pieces, and this is the piece from the other time. And again, look, you can see here's the staff. Alright, so there's the first page. This will then open up the end of one and the beginning of another. So there we go. Thank you everybody for joining us this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun to make.